Hello, Margaret. What are you doing here in Venice?
I work for the European Citizen Science Association. So I am here meeting people that are doing citizen science, applying it in water management and crisis management.
What we citizens can gain from these activities of citizen and science?
Most people, when you ask them about where they live and their environment, there's something that they care very much about. And citizen science gives you a way to get involved in bringing about change or just learning more about the thing that you're interested in.
How can we include the tourists into this exercise of awareness and passionate living?
I think there's some interesting areas to innovate in getting people involved in understanding the impact that they personally have when they come to a place that they want to see because they appreciate how beautiful it is. They experience a magical place while they're there. Understanding how they might negatively impact or change their behavior and then positively impact is something you could find a way.
One of the main problems is the Disneylandification of Venice and the sustainable navigation. Because,
yes.
These engines are polluting the air. We are as much polluted as Turin or Milan, and very few people are aware of this.
Many European cities are talking about air pollution issues, that such old cities not designed for modern transportation, and of course Venice has a unique waterway.
So we can play the role of the champion into this because everybody is thinking that Venice is a quiet and romantic place with good air, but instead it's not the case.
Unfortunately, it's not the case. Yes.
So we have to start from our problem, if I have well understood, and transform them into an innovation opportunity, and the resources can come out of that, to summarize.
One thing that citizen science can do is measuring how small changes can make a very large impact. So maybe it's looking with boat owners and transportation owners. If one small change is made, when it's aggregated across a large number of people, does it make a real positive impact?
I have a technical question for you.
Yes.
There is any prime on how to develop the citizen science project with the feedback, impacts, in order that we enter into a system in which we control what we do? Because when you do this passionate stuff, we enjoy it, and then the game finish with food, wine, and we forget about the aim because we enter into a well-being just practicing citizen science. But we have to remember this is just a tool to do more, no?
Yes, these are the discussions that are happening right now in Venice this week at this conference.
Yes.
There are organizations like the European Citizen Science Association that want to try to gather this information that anybody can use. And that's something we're starting to do now.
I really feel that it is necessary to have a peer review of the different organizations in order to improve and avoid the little garden boundaries that we are creating when we do well, and we are proud of that.
Yes.
And so we are not that we do not spend that much time to cooperate with others and to help others. For instance, I asked support to others, and they said, maybe because I am very busy. So meaning this is a loss of time to me. I have plenty of things to do inside my organization. And so I think there is really a need of twinning and pairing different groups in order to accept the advice of the others in our small garden.
A lot of it's about sharing that learning. There's a project here in Venice this week called We Observe that has communities of practice that are exactly about sharing that knowledge between projects, saying we did this, that worked really well, here's how we did it, and so that others can take that as their starting point and build on it. So we're all sharing that learning and knowledge with each other and not starting from zero each time.
So you suggest, as you said, to rely on involving tourists that can have a willingness to pay and to enjoy the local culture, and so they can bring fresh air into these activities of everyday business as usual price.
It might be simple information. For example, if some kinds of boats are certified to be low emitting, as telling tourists, look for these boats. Those are the ones that don't have a negative air quality impact.
There are many ways to interact with tourists.
Yes.
We can go to the airport and provide them easy, cheap service in exchange of chatting with them and telling them. That is rather aggressive. Or we can organize meetings and special tour.
Even just providing hotels with information they share with their guests while you're enjoying your stay
so
at Venice. Please keep in
structured.
mind that
this is very
if you choose
gentle.
this, you help the city. If you choose this, it hurts the city.
We can prepare an handout that can be distributed.
It would be a very simple, low-cost way to do it.
But there is any risk of marketing or hidden interest, so we can sue it by others because we are promoting a business against another business. So there is any legal aspect into this?
I think it probably has more to deal with the feeling, thinking about how it feels for somebody receiving the information and how it feels with your partner companies in the city.
This is a very good point. So even though this is rather cold action, but it is more productive in the long term because going to the airport and chatting with people can be done, but cannot be done every day on a permanent basis.
No, and if you think about your own reaction to things that you're told, if you feel like this is a sales pitch, they just want to sell me something, you shut yourself off.
Because you are in your own world, so you are not available at that moment.